This is going to be an air test. Just finished my workout at the cardio clinic, and I'm heated like a furnace, which is normal for me. Doesn't take much for my core temperature to go through the roof. So it's 15 degrees out and sunny. That's Celsius. I have no idea what the Fahrenheit conversion is, but if it was up to me, I'd be swimming right now, but we've already closed the pool. My idea of fun was to go swimming in the pool when it was 10 degrees Celsius. Look that up and see what it is in Fahrenheit. But apparently the rest of the family wasn't so keen on that, so we actually bought a heater 2 years ago, and well, now they want to keep it somewhere 25 or 26 or something. That's about as hot as I can bear it. So that's our compromise. So everybody else will actually use the pool. But yeah, so we hadn't closed it, heater or not, because we usually turn the heater off when it gets late like this. I would have been swimming. So just waiting to cool down here in the car. I have no idea if I'm going to keep this clip. I may just edit this out. But once I don't feel like I'm going to keel over while I'm driving from the heat, I'll turn this down a little bit so it's not quite roaring in your ears, and we'll go from there. Okay, so doing another one of my car rambles. Decided to talk a little bit about what I did Sunday night, I guess. First time I've played an RPG, role-playing game, for those of you who might not know the term. I always thought it was rocket-propelled grenade, but I've been informed that that's not the short form that it stands for. So yeah, first time I played an RPG, and you gotta go with decades again here. But so played Pathfinder with my son. Let's say both my sons and my daughter and my son-in-law and associated girlfriend and one of their associated friends. So a bunch of us, and I would say at least more than half had never played one before. I'm throwing myself in that category, even though I had played, like I said, decades ago. My son, who is into video games or online games or whatever we want to call those things, and well, that's not fair. They all play games. I'm the one who doesn't. So let's recategorize that. The one son who plays RPGs, let's put it that way, was the Dungeon Master. He's been playing for years with a core group of friends that he plays with, and I think he's pretty excited about Pathfinders. He's going to kill me because I got that wrong. The second edition has come out, and he just got a good deal on it or something and got it, and has played that with his group, and I'm not sure what the catalyst was, but somehow his siblings, older siblings, asked him to play a game with them, and I levered myself in there. Very kind of them to put up with Dad as a player, but yeah, so it was a lot of fun. He again, the youngest, who is our game master, really has put up with a lot of questions from his dad recently, and was kind enough to let me peruse the Pathfinder, and again, if I'm getting that wrong, he's going to thump me one, but handbook, I guess. Beautiful book for somebody who just loves books. I mean, it's just fantastic. But great referencing guide along the edge of the pages, so you can find stuff really easily. It's beautifully bound and printed, and fantastic illustrations, and I think they do a pretty good job explaining things, because as a newbie to it, I was able to pretty much decipher everything. I really only had a few questions when I was working on filling out my character sheet, which was the prime motivation for digging through this, because I was a teacher, and I do like to be prepared for things in advance, and just by nature, I'm not great with surprises, so or change. But so I got a chance to build my character, and surprise, knowing that I go by the Angry Dwarf moniker, I decided to play a dwarf. Surprise. But yeah, I put together my character, and then my son ran us all through about a 3.5 hour adventure. We had to rescue somebody. We got as far as rescuing them. We haven't quite made it back yet, so we're going to reconvene in a week or 2 weeks. But it was fun. There's something about physically getting around a table that you just can't get the same sense over a set of headphones or conference calls or whatever. I think there's always an element of being able to divorce yourself from what's happening when you're communicating via media. It's impossible not to have that there. I mean, that's not to say you can't daydream in the same room as the person you're with, but it's a different dynamic. So I really enjoyed the fact it was nice to play with the kids and their friends. I use kids because they're all in their 20s, and well, I'm older, but they're all adults. But it was a lot of fun. I think for anybody who hasn't played, I would recommend it, as long as you're comfortable sitting around a board game and playing that. I think you'd enjoy RPGs as well. It's just a lot of fun to be around a table with people, and that, I think, was the primary thing that I enjoyed. Having said that, probably just personally getting together a character and thinking up a backstory, and was a lot of fun too. Just the little bits that you have to fill out on a sheet can very easily be a catalyst. So for anybody with a sense of imagination, or if you've enjoyed watching a movie and you're like, I want to be Captain America, or that's so cool, I'd like to be Hawkeye, or I'd like to be Wonder Woman, or whatever it is, it's like you get that feeling, that connection, where it's like, if it was possible, that would be really cool to be that. Playing an RPG gives you that chance to say, okay, I've got ownership of this, and I would like to be this kind of character, and I would like to be able to have these abilities and dress this way and have these types of weapons, and and fight monsters and save people and get treasure and all of those kinds of things. So yeah, if you're somebody at all who enjoys media and enjoys a character and can connect with a character, then this is a really neat chance to do that. And just like reading a book, you can let your imagination go and become part of an adventure. Don't think there's a lot more to say about that. I won't need to walk you through the particulars of what we did. I think maybe the one thing, and again, for anybody who's played RPGs, you'll probably be laughing I'm here, but you roll a d20, and if you don't know what that means, it's a dice with 20 sides all the time. That's pretty much what you do. Everything is a d20. There's a few of the dice, but yeah, virtually everything is a d20. And I swear I want to throw mine out the window. Every time I did a practice roll, just to see if the stupid thing still worked, anywhere between 15, 19, 20. Every time I needed a damn roll, what did I get? 3, 2, 4, 5. And since your ability to execute on something that you want to do is dependent usually on a high dice roll, it got pretty irritating. My proficiency, I think, with a crossbow or whatever it was less than satisfactory, put it that way. But it was fun. That is part of the fun. You've got to be able to laugh at yourself, I think, in any competitive endeavor. If you really can't laugh when you have a setback, then I think you're missing part of it. I think that honestly is part of the fun. Whether you're playing sports or whatever it is, you get a setback and you laugh it off. You share that moment of failure with those around you, and if you got a good group of people around you, then their laughter is not mocking you. Their laughter is just a shared celebration of that experience. Saying, hey, I can't believe you failed again. And you're laughing because it's happened to you. You know that sometimes that is what it is, and it lightens the load and lets you move forward and take another whack at things. And so again, that's kind of why I might recommend this. It's just having a group of people to do that with. I think I know that's why the attraction, that you've got groups of people who play things like Dungeons and Dragons or whatever their role-playing game is, and sometimes have played it for decades. Same group of people, not too dissimilar from sitting around and playing cards with a group of people that over time, and that's what you do. Or you sling horseshoes, or up here we got curling and hockey, and having the same bunch of guys on a Saturday night. You go out and you play some hockey and relive some dreams, and you ain't making it to the NHL, but hey, you're out there giving it what you still got on the ice, and that's the fun. You make mistakes and you have some success, and you're all willing to laugh together and celebrate both of those things together. So hey, that took a different angle than I thought it would go. So I guess rounding it up, the whole thing is find a group of people. We're humans, we tend to like to be with each other, and find a group of people, whether it's an RPG game or something, and get out there and do something together, and celebrate the successes and celebrate the failures. So that's John, the Angry Dwarf, and I'm signing off.